accessing memories, you're starting emotions, you're starting maybe breathing. So, I want to start talking a little bit about the separation of thinking and awareness because a lot of this work really demands awareness and attention, and learning the difference between thinking, being creative, and what awareness is helps to separate the mind as its own element. I guess you could say element or biomechanical processing unit is what I like to call it. So, in this work, what should begin to happen is feeling the difference of your awareness and what your brain is, and where your brain is, how you can move your awareness around, and how you can move energy throughout the body with that awareness. And then start to get in how your awareness creates activities in the brain. So if you have a marker or a trigger where you get scared and you're worried because something happened to you as a child, and then every time you smell a certain smell, certain time of day, or certain like seasonal can be in there too with markers or triggers, and your body's so used to it, it's like, oh, now it's time to focus on all this of the past, but you're focusing at one point in the brain, sending energy to that point in the brain, and then you're activating processes that have been programmed in and repeated over and over and over. And so it's kind of like a broken record, wherever it could continue going, like using your awareness in a different way during this season than being trapped in the past. Or not necessarily trapped in the past, but what you're doing like on a really mechanical level is that you're sending a whole bunch of energy to your brain. You're accessing memories, you're starting emotions, you're starting maybe breathing or heart palpitations. Who knows what it is? It's energy going to all this stuff. So when you start understanding and getting like at a core level of the separation of the spirit and of the brain, then what happens is you see that you're not living those memories again. Your functions are being activated through your awareness, which is why I work on teaching shifting your awareness and shifting or controlling your energy to prevent it from even going into the brain in the first place. And one thing Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches is that we're so used to the past, we get stuck in the past. But here in this present moment, we're giving our attention and energy to things that don't even concern us or matter. So then what I like to move into, is once you have that, it's like, okay, what do I want to start changing and redirecting instead of giving my awareness to things that don't matter and my energy? Well, then you learn to move your awareness, control your energy, and then just mechanically realign it and put it to a new spot in the brain. And so, like I've said before, like this takes out like all the shame, blame, and judgment, and it's like you took is an old-timey piano that's a self-player, and you put this like little rod in there that the little keys run across, and it reads it. And so basically you're going in and doing those, you're moving those markers in the brain. So eventually what will happen with your awareness is what you're doing. So eventually what will happen is your brain will shift and adjust, and automatically from after concerted work, your brain will get those same stimulus and triggers externally and immediately go to the new marker that you've in placed. And it takes work, but I think the key is knowing the difference of your brain and what awareness is. When you walk outside, you don't think about the sun and think, oh, look at the sun, it's giving off heat. No, you're aware of it. Like, you know it's there. You don't have to think about it. So it's like, what's observing that? What's knowing that? If you think about that, my brain's not thinking about it, but I know the sun is there. Like, I am aware of it. Think about that. What is that? What is that that's looking from the other side? Think about that. That's more down to your true nature. And so when you take off the back door of the mind and you start redirecting the energy flows and the markers, then you take a step back and you're like, holy crap, what am I? Like, I have the power to like redo this thing from the inside and remake it. And so just that thought is like, I can't look back with my brain and understand what it is that is doing this and like how I am interacting, but it's happening. It's like therein lies spirituality. Something is connecting that, or a realm or mechanism that is mobilizing everything to work together and harmonize and respond. Okay, that's enough of that. And that video is just to get you thinking about awareness and thinking and the difference. And hopefully I threw some ideas out there that starts that questioning process.